So I've been 3D printing custom parts for my Robo Sapien hack. This is part of the front shell and it came out perfect. Firstly, check this out. It's a carbon copy of the original frame. We grab a shoulder gearbox and throw it in the shoulder section and it just fits. It looks good. Hip gearbox fits just fine too. Look at that. Everything is locked in this frame. Now, of course, there's the other part of this frame, and then the back of this frame, and then the front plate and the rear plate, but I'm getting there. As you may know, my Robo Sapien hack uses all this junk right here. Putting all of that in a stock Robo Sapien frame is how you create nightmares beyond our comprehension. I present to you the G2 frame. Trays for motor controllers where you can screw them down instead of gluing them to the front plate. This tray right here that sits over these screw holes so that you can actually access them. The front plate comes off, and then you have this middle plate and the 5-volt board that's longer than it's supposed to be. Then you get a computer on the rear, and you can see everything is labeled. We take this rear plate off, and we've got the rear frame. We can pull that apart, and we've got labels for the PCF, the INA, and the 5-volt system right here. And we've got a label right here for the PCA, and a little robots for all. The model of the frame, G2 Computer Revision 1.125. I mean, all for a Robo Sapien. What would you do for the biscuit, man? Nobody has ever 3D printed a Robo Sapien shell before, let alone re-engineered it for new systems. This means a number of things. People who are trying to make a Pi Sapien can start from a common 3D printed starting place, and they can also have a bunch of labels that tell them where to put everything, so the manual and guide videos are much easier to follow. By the way, for those of you that want the build guide, it's coming, like in a week. But of course, one person doesn't engineer something like this without letting the rest of the public benefit. I'm going to undo the modifications I did to this Robo Sapien shell, make a few improvements here and there so that it's better for 3D printing, and then make it to where if you have a standard Robo Sapien and you know nothing about Pi Sapien and you don't want a Pi Sapien but you want a 3D printable Robo Sapien frame, you can just do that. I sat there measuring this thing by hand, excruciatingly discriminating each and every tiny little detail and measurement on this thing. When you do one thing, it's much better to make everybody benefit from it than just yourself. That is the nature of an open source project.